Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. It is Saturday afternoon, my friends. We're going to be popping right back into some testing. fun stuff, but I want to try and see if I can get the final tests in place for the old rating feature here. Let's say, like the camera froze there. Hang on one second. Fix that. There we go. That's better. Anyway, my friends, yeah, let's see if we can maybe, possibly, get through the rest of the testing here for raids. That'll probably consume the rest of this stream, I'd imagine. But even if it doesn't, I'll move on to the viewers of the panel, and we can put back to that and see where I left off there, which I think I left off there with just testing left to do there too. So I think we're getting there. We're getting there. It's close. Let's do. So where did I leave off last night? It was, I think, channel lookups test, right? Yep. And we left off with the can the viewer raid the channel thing. So I gotta set up this stuff for that. Viewer raid channel. Okay. So basically, you just have to. There's two ways of testing that I need to take into account. It has to be live as well. You just have to update it to be live, which is fine. Okay. So first of all, I wonder, can I do both tests? I can probably do both in here. We'll see. So I need a what is it? Channel lookups. Viewer raid channel. Okay, it's rating user and then target channel. It's user and then channel. Okay, rating user and then target channel. Okay. So target channel, streamer, fixture, and we'll say, actually this will be target channel 1, and we'll say allow rating is true, like a bell, and target channel 2, streamer, fixture, and allow rating is true, only, what's the other one? Only followed can raid. True. Alright, and then is streamer fixture. And then target channel. Let's do simple case first. So, search in viewer raid channel. Raider target channel 1.channel, and then counts follows follow reader that channel target channel 2. All right, that makes them a follower. So then search channel lookup in viewer raid channel raider target channel 2 channel. For that though, I'll refute viewer raid channel raider target channel 2 channel. Actually, I can put that up as part of that too if I want to. Oh, and I should do target channel 3 mirror fixture. There's nothing there, and so we should be able to say refute channel lookups and your raid channel raider target channel 3 channel. There we go. So that should work. So then what we're saying here is target channel 1 allows rating from everybody. So I should be able to, when I ask, can this rating viewer raid the channel? That should be true. However, target channel 2 says they can only be rated if by people that they follow, which they're not following the raider yet as of this point, so that should come back false. Then they're following the raider, and then that should then come back true, which is the second part here. And then the third part is target channel 3 doesn't have by default allow rating, and all that is off, false. So they should not be able to be rated by anybody. So that is the test. Several tests in one. So let's mix test varnish. Now look up the test. Failure here. Interesting. Target channel 1.channel assert expected truthy got false. Target channel 1 channel. Oh, right. Um, channels have to be live. That's right. That's right. I forgot about that. So I got to do or do that. I got to say streams. Update. Finish stream. Gonna. No. Where the hell is the freaking update? Come on, where's the update thing at? Update. There's an update channel. There. Yeah. Streams update channel. Okay. So streams that update channel. Channel. Okay. So our target channel 1. Target channel 1 dot channel status live. Honestly, let's just do that for all of them right up front, because that's more set up. Two, 3. All right. Work now, hopefully. Nuts. User. No, it was offline. Oh, the user's channel's gotta be online too, right? That also still. God damn it. Such a damn thing. Where does this go? Let's go. Okay, channel change set. I should just change that. Problem is, I have to pass the updated nonsense in, right? Because this is using. No, wait a minute. Rating channel. My filter reload. Hang on, did I check to make sure the status is live on them? I didn't. After that, yeah. Channel. The range, both channels have to be live, so. Where? That status. Live. Got that in there too, so because everything's got to be live for this to be correct. So yeah, the rating channel has to be live too. Which in theory is the one that I missed. So let's see here. That does it. Did I put the wrong thing? It's the channel. I guess follow takes 2 users, huh? That's right, because you can follow just, yeah, you can follow users. That's right. That makes sense. There. And there we go. Alright, so that is now correct. I think I test Ken view array channel. I bet there are other tests now that are probably broken because I changed that because that's used by other things. So let me see if you just do mixed test. Let that run for a second here, and here. Okay. O-band stuff is constantly breaking on me. we doing over here? Casper, that. Much XP as I can. Now level up some things. What about the rune crafting? I was leveling up my mining a bit. Yeah, it's gonna bank down a bit. It's good. What are we doing here? Still running through the tests. Oh, very good. I hope everyone's been having a good weekend so far. Being able to get stuff done and everything. I've been trying to catch up with like gaming news and stuff. I'm way out of date with stuff going on. Okay, 12 failures, so 2 things Corona failed, so that's right. Right. Okay, dreams test. Dreams test 305. Dreams test 305. Oh, because probably payload is null here. Because the reader channel has to be live now. Oh, I do have it set. Hold on. The target channel also has to be live. That's what I'm missing. Target channel. Target channel. There we go. Click that and then dreams test linear 329. That should fix both of those. The rest of this is stripe, it looks like. Okay. Let's test again just to make sure. Alright, so far so good. Actually, the coffee is no longer warm. And it's not hot coffee, and it's not frozen coffee. It's the in between that nobody likes. Or iced coffee, whatever it's called. That over here is just not in my way. What is going on here? Posting test. Test timed out. Well, that's fun. Oh, that was they timed out doing Twitter off. Oh, fun. Why is that? Authorize URL. Why is that doing that for hosting test? What is happening here? Okay, wait a minute. We got a problem here. Sure that why that would be. Why would that be doing a request token? User settings controller. Time profile change that. Rise URL. Just when I'm going to the host. Why would that? Oh God, that would be. Oh, that's really bad. If the Twitter API is being called every time we do a Stein profile change set. That's really bad. I'm gonna have to change that. I'm gonna have to change it to not use that. Because that would mean that we're making a Twitter API request every time we do that. Unnecessarily. And then also, the Twitter API is apparently going to be no longer free, which means basically the entire site's going to explode if that's being used this way. So that's fun. That's a fun revelation to have. 11 failures. So... Right. Streams. Any streamer can read a channel with a rating restricted to followers only if they are following. 330. Streams test 330. Oh, because I have target here. Alright, which means I gotta do the same thing I do here. Whenever we pull the target in separately. Target. I better do it for some user here as well. So we're testing apples to apples. Great definition. Oh. Okay. So we'll do a streams test in isolation here. Okay, cool. That clears that up. That should clear up the larger one too. I am concerned about what I was seeing here. User settings controller ones. Profile change that. Who calls this? Oh, it's a plug. Oh, shit. Well, that's bad. Profile change set accounts change user profile. Wait a minute. English social store authorized URL. Your application get environment. Oh, okay. Oh, we are so fucked. God, that is such a bad idea. That means every time someone goes into their settings, we're calling out to Twitter for a refresh token. For an operation that may not actually happen. They may not be doing anything with Twitter. Profile, stream, emotes, hosting, rating. Like all of these guys, you go to hosting, you go to rating, you go to upload emotes, anything in the settings page is goddamn hitting Twitter. You've got to be shitting me. Well, that's going to be a huge bug. Because as soon as Twitter says this authorization URL is no longer free, which they've been planning to do, the entire site's going to be broken. I mean, the entire settings portion of the site is going to be broken. How do you fix this? Well, that's a hell of a thing to run across, isn't it? In the middle of other things. And if that test hadn't randomly failed like that, I would have never even noticed it. Authorize URL. See, this is fine. But I'm not sure why you have to call configure every time. Get returns current OAuth configuration settings for accessing the Twitter server. What is that? It's not, that's just configuring it, right? It's not actually going out until it does a request token, right? Yeah, post OAuth request token. This one is just setting up. He's just putting the settings in there to be able to do the OAuth, which I'm not sure why this is being called every single time you go onto a settings page like this. Like, it's calling the application get environment variables, which are not going to change. Because that's the actual tokens that you use to talk to Twitter with. But this is getting called all the effing time, which is not necessarily an expensive operation, but it's still completely unnecessary. This should just be done at the application level, because it's not going to change per user either. It's just going to be at the application level. But it's this here that's going to be a real pisser. Right? And the same thing with this. This is doing get for that. We're like so we are. I'm surprised Twitter hasn't blacklisted it. We must be. Well, I guess it's only when people are in the settings pages. And I guess we haven't had enough users in the settings pages to really pound on Twitter's API. Because at some point we'd be doing so many requests to them that they would just shut us down. That's crazy. That is crazy. Now, where is this handle user connect? See, even in the handle user connect, we're doing the configure again, right? Verify credentials. Connect to user social. This is when you're actually connecting your account, which is really the only time that we ever actually use the API. All the other times we just redirect you to the freaking Twitter URL to go type in your stuff. So why is this even a thing? Why is this even being called? This doesn't make any sense to me. Authorize URL. UCT controller is calling it? Why is this going? Edit user profile. What's when they're editing again, why is this? This doesn't have to be there ahead of time, right? I mean, what is the point of having that there ahead of time? You just do it when you're ready to actually change something. Controller. User profile. Where's it? Here. Clear off URL. What uses? We're assigning it to the thing, okay. So who is actually the auth URL session? Clear auth URL. Profile settings live. But again, why is that even needed? Because they're going to post back to us, and then we're going to post out to the auth URL, right? So, like, why is this even needed in the socket? There you go. href. Clear auth URL. Yeah, that's for the button. Why would you... Why... When you click the button, it's taking you to the Twitter auth URL, which makes sense to a certain extent, but your auth URL will redirect back to us, and then it will be set. But again, that Twitter auth URL doesn't change. I mean, the refresh token would probably change. If it's part of the URL, which it probably is. Settings live. Have it in the profile settings live. That's the only thing that cares about the Twitter auth URL. So if the, this is the only thing that cares about the Twitter auth URL, why is it even, why doesn't it just go get it when it needs it instead of pulling it out of the session? Pulling out, I mean, even if it's pulling it out of the stack. What? Let me see what's in that. Off URL here. Using the token to get the OAuth token to get the authenticate URL. Which again, so they need for the token is what they need. Requesting a token, and then based on a token, they're getting the authentication URL.
Shadows, I work in the shade. I keep in a mask, a lonely keeper's crusade. Can you tell me I'm not insane? Sometimes I get this feeling about the law I'm dealing. Am I letting my reason wane? Have I been forsaken on this path I've taken? Check my head, I guess the joke's on me. Whoa. I'm not laughing at the irony. Oh no. So riddle me this now and riddle me that. Does anyone really know the mind of the bat? So riddle me this now and riddle me that. Does anyone really know the mind of the bat? Wherever you're going, whatever you do, I'm out in the dark, keeping watch over you. So poison the ivy with
that's there. But we don't need it except in that one freaking spot. Right? So what's the there's no reason to be passing that around, right? That's literally the only place where we use it. But we're constantly passing it around. Not only are we constantly passing it around, but we have a plug that's like refreshing it all the time here, it looks like. Maybe it's not. Maybe the plug is not running every time. It should be running every time though.
So riddle me this now and riddle me that. Does anyone really know the mind of the bat? So riddle me this now and riddle me that. Does anyone really know the mind of the bat?
Right here we go and like in the edit user profile here in the GCT controller, it goes and grabs it itself directly without passing it all over to you, like, which is the correct way to do it. Edit user profile, and then it passes it to the actual edit user profile HTML page. Okay.
So riddle me this now and riddle me that. Does anyone really know the mind of the bat? So riddle me this now and riddle me that. Does anyone really know the mind of the bat?
Even then, really the only time you even need this is if you don't have a Twitter account linked. It's the only time we even care about your off URL. So we can make it even more unnecessary. Twitter account, get social, 01. Twitter. So you can actually pull this out here, put it up here and say if that is null, then then go grab the Twitter auth URL, otherwise don't. Otherwise don't. I gotta fix this. This is gonna be super ultra mega broken. God damn. Alright, let's go let's rating git checkout dev. Fix Twitter API unnecessary call. Alright, see if I can move this around a little bit. Because really, profile settings live is the only thing that cares. The first thing I'm going to do is say, do this. Alright. And you'll say if. Well, if not null as Twitter. Finish socials, Twitter, authorize URL. Pocket, maybe? I can give it. That's how they did it in the where's it? User profile. Have it at the controller level. I put it at the controller level without having it on every freaking page. It's there now. I mean, that would be the... Yeah, that would be the correct way to do it. There. User settings controller. That is fine. Do it for update. Profile. Yeah, for profile, because these are assigned profile change sets, right? And now you're assigning profile change sets for every freaking thing here. This is weird, but anyway. Only for air profile, so it really should be if I pull this out of there. I go take on right. Copy the assign from the other one. Yeah, because profile HTML uses it, and then all settings live, which is probably the update profile. There goes the profile HTML as well. Where the hell does well, profile settings live is called from profile, right? Profile. No, okay. Info. What button? Where the frick is it? Social buttons. Your profile. Where's this coming from? Mustangs live. Is profile settings live. In profile, okay, so that's in profile. No, exact. It's calling profile settings live render. With the Twitter auth URL. And that's being called from here, profile HTML. Okay. So both profile and update profile, I'll call profile HTML. And that's it. And those two spots. That's it. Okay. So it's user password. Again, user redirect to profile. Otherwise, re-render the profile page. Okay. So, URL. Use path. Right, okay. This logs in, so you update your profile. This relogs you in and then sends you back to profile page, which should pop you back up to here. So I guess let's do that. Turn off the URL. I guess just to refresh it. We're just doing a render profile. Profile change that. Okay. So then take that out of there. That should mean then that the auth URL for Twitter should only get fired up when you go onto the profile page where the actual button is. Still not entirely ideal because it means it's going to fire up that auth URL even after you've already synced up, even after you've already done your authorization. Let's use for it in order to say this is how to get back to us. I'm still trying. Like I don't like it. Like this takes a connection. That's the only thing giving me pause because I'm wondering if I can just give it the stock it. Again, there's like just like a specific time when you actually need this, and then you don't need it any other time. Controllers. We give it sockets when we go here. I bet I can just give it a socket. And it'll work just as well. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna give it a socket and see what it does. Excuse me. Right, I'm going to rip it out of there entirely. And put it in killer thing. This, let's say, as Twitter. say if not is nil at Twitter. That's nil. Off URL. Twitter account has Twitter. Alright. That's the socket. Going on down here. Oh, info was not set. Whatever. Has Twitter. Actually, this should be if is nil has Twitter, which means they haven't linked up their Twitter yet. Then go grab the authorized URL for it. Otherwise, don't bother because they can't do anything with it. Or we're not going to do it. So then, because this Twitter auth URL, it'll just be set to nil unless Twitter account is nil, and then it'll have that. So if Twitter account is nil, this will have a URL, otherwise it won't. And it doesn't matter because there's nothing here that references it. In theory. Okay. Good. And that's the only reference to Twitter auth URL other than the GCT controller, but I'll leave the GCT controller alone because that's going to be even less. Well, I guess technically that would be broken too, right? Profile. User profile. Auth URL. Actually don't need any more. Well, on that one we do, but on this one here, profile settings live. Don't need to pass this anymore. Not using it. And then the edit profile. What is this calling? Oh, that's just calling profile settings live. Which is now taking care of it. So this doesn't need to be passed anymore either. Change profile settings live. where I just was, right? Yeah, where I made my changes. But then the GCC controller doesn't need to do this anymore either. It's good. That means that won't break until they actually go on that particular page. Well, go on that particular page and that person has or does not have a Twitter account. Yeah. Okay, we have that user profile. Let's Twitter off URL, do disable, blah blah. This thing's live. Twitter off URL. That's for the error change set doesn't have to be in there either. Go. Right. Oh, and just a note. I'm not upset. I'm not upset at that bug. It's one of those things where I can see exactly where the person that put that in there just thought, this is not a big deal. And then you kind of stumble on it and you're like, oh no, this is actually a big deal. It's a bigger deal than you thought it was. Right? Because I think when I look at that, I just see someone who's just like, we'll just throw it here. It's no big deal. It's just, without really thinking that that plug is being called all the freaking time. Every time someone goes onto a settings page. And it probably never would have been found had Twitter not been like ready to start shutting down their API and other things. Although I imagine it would have been found very quickly if we had a ton more users. Because it would have suddenly no one would have been able to use any of the Twitter, no one would have been able to link their Twitter accounts. Or actually it'd be more like every time someone would go on the settings page, it would probably just fail. Okay. That's the social Twitter. User Twitter. I mean, this is basically the same thing. Like this, the Glimmer Socials Get Social was always being called. That's not changed. Is that I'm putting it into a variable. And the only thing I'm really changing here is that the Twitter auth URL, instead of always being populated, will only be populated when has Twitter is null. Which the only time it's used when the profile settings live is in this else here where Twitter accounts would be nil because they is not nil to get up there, so it would be nil down in here. So that would make that the correct time for it. Okay. do I guess. I wonder if we have any existing tests. I guess I could just run mixed test and see if anything fails. Other than the things that normally fail. I should really check when we do this. We do request token. Does it always do the post? Or does it only do it? It looked to me like it was always doing the post, but then again, it might have been always doing the post during the testing because the tests are isolated from one another. Don't really say much here today. Use author call Twitter's REST API. Very limited set of functions. Environment. For manually at runtime. This is only proxy. Token. The every side you redirect the callback. Three strings URL. API. Streaming API. URL is going in. Verifier. Doesn't mention that it tries to not make that call every time, so I'm gonna assume that every time you call request token, it's actually going out to request the token. So I think it's going to be very necessary to do what I just did, I think. And based on the error that I was getting randomly before, seemed like that was the case because like the Twitter endpoint was down briefly and it was stopping my like hosting tests from running, which is insane. I have nothing to do with it. What do we get? We got 10 failures. Okay, so that's good. They should all be Stripe related. And they are. Let me think. Is there a... There it is. User security controller test. Well, there's user profile. Or maybe profile settings live test. What? Maybe there isn't? No. Okay. There was no, there were no mention of the Twitter URL in any of the tests because it would have shown up when I was doing the search for it. I don't think there's any tests around any of those pages. User settings controller test maybe. There's no tags. Social media profiles. Okay, profile. How about okay, this is kind of where we want to be. Is there a... say test only retrieves Twitter off URL if user hasn't linked the Twitter account yet. Okay. So what do I want to do here? User settings. How does this work? I have to have a user. You do. We have a login. Register and login. Yeah, set up register and login user. Okay. Register and login user. So we have a user logged in already in there. Actually, can I just pull the user in, right? Yeah, there's a user there. Go back. So say user. I gotta put a. How do I? Now look at what the user profile thing looks like. Where's this? What users is it? It's oh, it is social Twitter. I think I just have to put something in social Twitter. And then that's enough for that, maybe. Let's say, finish count user confirm validate profile change set user social Twitter yes. Okay, and then finish that repo that update. Before I do that, King's Path. Can I get... And look at the assigns. I guess the assigns would be in the connection. Put connection. So I think the first thing is was it okay? How are you testing this? I guess I can just do this. All right, and then I don't know how you do. You have the connection. Start connection assigns. Looking for value test. Results of live view rendered content various things. Real test. side effects. Yeah, I know they want you to test the actual side effects, but not the... I guess while I can do that. I could just say, response. Right, and then I guess it would be disconnect at be the thing, right? Oh wait a minute, that would be what's better? Just actually this would not be disconnect. This would be that down here. That would be for that. This would be for if you don't have it yet. So it should say profile. No ID on it. Social tweet, Twitter container. I need to be able to test that the href has a URL in it.
She said, how about we disappear? Let me just grab my things. Let's get out of here. It's almost like she read my mind. Not a step behind. It was
Well, actually, there. So it does say connect at. Versus, actually, it says connect Twitter account. I'm gonna put a. I kind of want to put an ID on that. But I don't know if that's going to actually help me test that it's there. The only instance of it is. So I can test that says say button info button block. It should not say button info button block disabled. So fonts disabled. And you know what? I'm going to put a dummy class in here. And it's going to say footer button. I can make sure I'm testing the right thing. Do that and insert. There we go. Alright, and then start response is next and refute response is footer button. Right, because that was the only thing that has that. And this else. Yeah, okay. Alright, do it that way. That would be the way that I can best think of to test that it works the way that I expect. So I'm not actually testing the URL, but I kind of am, because it would say if it was nil, that unless wouldn't be there, and so disabled wouldn't. The disabled would be there, and that refute would fail. So let's see here. Here's settings controller test. We'll see if this works. I'm not so sure, but we'll see. Next test, finish, web, controllers, users, settings, controller test. Yeah, okay, that's... I get it. It doesn't equal. Oh wait, Twitter button info button block table. Maybe that's working? So copy that to extend 5 Twitter button. Oh, it did find it. Button info button block disabled. Okay, so that's a problem. It means it didn't retrieve the URL. So that test is actually validated that test. Didn't get the URL. I think it was supposed to. Means that other thing probably doesn't, but they do it based on that's nil, right? If that Twitter account does not equal nil, username. That comes from a different place, right? So, what one did it actually go on? 201? The very first one. So, profile settings live. Social. User social. Form. Identifier username. So it's actually not even. I should just call connect user social when I wanted to do the other thing. Okay. and not the update that I was trying to do. But anyway, let's do. Actually, let me fix that while I'm thinking about it. So user socials. Which socials? Which socials? Socials. Connect user social. User. Twitter. Test. Test. I guess what's the identifier? All from user social. Identifier is I guess that's just the username. Oh, that's probably, yeah, your username on that platform, and then the username here. Maybe the same thing. I guess. I guess it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. User social. Okay, so I have that. So then, that's for that. But then, when I'm creating user here, this should not be disabled. We go to profile. So that means what? That means something. Go to the profile. Username. Twitter. Okay, so this is like data special Twitter. It's weird. And then from here we actually grab it from the account username. Anyway, profile settings live. Yeah, Twitter account. When you left, you said that I don't deserve you, but I can see that you don't want to lose what we had. Oh, you're the one that I need. The thing I can think is that the user's not in this session. So cast that in the session. Where's the Profile. User settings path. Do I have to do that? Connection, put connection, user displaying it. So that's just changing the user that's already on the connection, right? No, okay, that's that. I should be able to do the same thing with Git, right? Cause that's just changing. What they're doing here is they're changing username directly in the session, changing properties of the username directly in the session. Whereas I'm changing it on this or on the database. Connection. User's not logged in. Profile. What? So it's gotta be. Oh wait. User settings path. I do it as part of the. No, it wouldn't be part of that. It would just be. Yeah. Here we go. The controllers. To helper post page. Forget what happened. It's gotta have already in there. Yeah, because the whatchamacallit, I'm calling get profile, which is calling the controller. Which is just rendering the profile HTML, which has things controller profile. Which calls live render on the profile settings live. Has the route and the user in it. Users at user. You're getting in there just fine as far as I can tell. Profile. Let's do IO effects as Twitter. Off URL. And then IO expect user. That easier than trying to figure out what the heck's going on there. Let's see what I actually have set. Twitter is nil. Off URL is nil. User is there. User. Has Twitter and off URL are nil though. Oh, that's weird. Users there, but the other ones are still nil. What? Well, it's correct that this is nil. It's not correct to be authorized URL nil, and maybe that has to do with piss in the socket. You would think I would get an error from here. Let me try. Let me do an IO. Back. Social Twitter. That's correct, as far as I can tell. Then I should have a token here. Authenticate URL. There's a social URL there, but I'm not seeing the other logging messages. Okay, so it's not. Well, that might be correct because I might not have. Twitter token. Otherwise it returns nil. Which is probably correct now that I'm thinking about it. So it's what? Yes. Yeah, so there wouldn't be. So I don't have a thing anyway. Application. So that makes sense. So then, when that request token fails, it's just returning. Yeah, it's doing rescue and then it's returning nil. The way I can test this to actually have it do. Actually have a Twitter thing. I don't even know if they're going to give them out anymore. Yeah, I have to. I have to get a Twitter thing. Twitter developer key thing. Is there finish? Yeah, I have to put one into my local. I figured there wouldn't be one there. That's also probably why they don't have a test around it, because the test would just fail like the Stripe one do. Except in the correct environment. Although I guess there's a problem. Depends on if they're set up too. I think it's still a good test. Test itself is good. It's just I don't have the keys to make sure it's working. So I'll have to do. Because the other problem is if I go there, like if I launch the app, it'll just be disabled. Okay. Have that. Those 4,000 settings pages. You see, it's disabled right now, but oh, what did I click on? I clicked on payment. Okay, that made sense. I'm like, well, why am I suddenly getting that? But other things should be still working okay. It looks like that is true. Possibly even running a little bit faster? Question mark. Make sure there's no giving out Twitter. Any there. If I go to the profile, I should. Well, I won't see any there either. not set. But I'll need to set that locally so I can test. That looks okay, and I can run that test that I have. In the meantime, probably mark that as a bug. Do that over here. Issues. There's nothing. Twitter. Oh yeah, here it is. We'll call Twitter API until the user requests it. Any page on a user setting controller, we should hide. Timing out. Initial check. Provide off Twitter route on the site handles most of the behavior. Right. This is actually that's funny. So it's already caused some downtime already back April 19th of 2021. So this is a known thing that's been going on that hasn't been. So, alright. That's an that's funny. I just happened to independently find it randomly. So, what is it? What number is it? It's 34. 34. 2021. Fun. Fun. But see, this is even like, don't do it until the user requests it. Which is even a better thing. Like, it really, like, the way we have it here, it's going to still call it even when like whenever you go onto the profile page and you don't have a Twitter that's linked. And in reality, it should only call it when you click on the connect. So it should just go out to, so it should really go to by clicking that button. Really, I feel like it should be more like a yeah, it should take you back to our server. Which would then redirect you to the off URL. Right, that URL as well doesn't yes, that's literally going to take you away from us entirely and then come all the way back again. because there's no like target on this, so it's gonna pull the whole page. You're gonna leave the page entirely. You know, probably okay-ish, but yeah, really this should just be a endpoint that we have that then just redirects you. And that way the only time you care about it is if somebody actually clicks on it. That would be the correct fix. I've done kind of a hacky little fix, but still not great. So it really should go, like we have the user social path, right, which yeah, we should probably just have like a user social Twitter. Social controller. With access token. This is when it comes back to us. We redirect you back to the profile. Yeah. But what we really need here is a connect. Just have a connect thing, and then this connects. That would be like, well, not connect, but it'll be like Twitter Connect or something, right? And then in the router, just say Twitter/connect, which would be a get, and then that would do the or Twitter slash, I guess Twitter/off. Well, no, I guess connect probably. Yeah, this should really be like get users social Twitter connect. Controller. Twitter connect. Right, like that. And in here, we just have to do your like redirects. To the handle user connect. Oh, right. I know what that is. This because it's coming back. So redirect con. So it's just a where's my profile settings live? Just do this, and we'll have an actual connection. Right. that. Because what this doesn't even need like. We'll get the user social URL out of the connect. They redirect the auth URL, right? Not gonna let me do that, right? Duh. That auth URL is what we would have put in there, or they would have clicked on. We're just putting it here, and then we don't need any of that, right? Go to profile, settings live. We don't need the put our auth URL at all. I need to do this here again, put this back the way it was. And then in this guy, we just say href. I guess, do I need to? Don't have a thing. If it comes back nil. I guess I just redirect you back to the and put a flash message or something. Yeah, probably what it'd be. What it would be. So there wouldn't even be this here either. Just be we had there, and then this one would be. Routes, user social path, socket, Twitter connect. I would just have to say, because that would come back nil. If it doesn't work, it comes back nil. So if is nil auth URL, direct. Well, actually do slash error there was a problem connecting your social connecting your Twitter account. to routes, user settings, path, profile. Select another one for disconnect. Boom. Else. That. And then my test can be, instead of being in user settings controller test, it'll be the user social controller test, if that has one. User social. It doesn't. Of course it doesn't. But what's good with this is I can test where it redirects to, so that'll be the better way of testing that. So you just see, assert, redirect it to blah blah blah. Redirect it one way or the other, I guess. Interesting. I guess I'd have to retrieve the authorized URL myself in the test. Shouldn't be too bad. And then check that you're redirected to that guy. Or if it's nil, you're redirected back to the profile. And then that way the test will actually pass if you have, I wonder, yeah. I was just thinking like I could dummy the URL. I guess if I passed it as a parameter, I could say here's a dummy URL for testing. But no, I can leave it this way because it'll be, I mean, I guess you could mock out, if I used mocks, I could mock out the authorized URL call. And then make the test work. I guess it doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, if I just let it use the regular authorized workflow, then the test will succeed if you don't have Twitter connected, and succeed if, in theory, if you do have it connected on your local. Yeah, interesting. And then I can, might as well test the disconnect too, because I can, test that in isolation. Twitter thing I can't really test. No local return. Function Twitter 2 has no local return. I guess maybe redirect? I don't know. I don't know why it thinks that. It looks like it has a return to me. Anyway. And that. I could do a test on this and then have that be fixed. I wasn't intending on fixing a bug, but given that Twitter is gonna be a pain in the butt pretty soon, this is needed sooner rather than later, I'd imagine. And now it's only going to be called exactly when someone clicks on that button, which is the most optimized it could be. Hopefully, assuming it works. I have to test this though. Huh, okay. We'll save what we've got here, and then I can just do the tests on my own time for that. I removed a lot of stuff, didn't I? I got rid of it in a lot of places. Changed Twitter account linking to only hit Twitter API when clicking the connect account button, and not for every settings page. Stream, fix Twitter. Pause. Oh, I missed origin. Push. Stream. Origin. Oh, grab that. That out there. Cool. All right. I think I'm gonna stop there for right now. I know it's only been like 3 hours, but I don't think I can this kind of threw me off so much. This one bug threw me off so much that I'm like, I don't know if I can go back to do more of the testing for the for the God, what is the name of that now? For the rating. Maybe I'll get some of that. I mean, a lot of that just needs to get knocked out. But I did get how far did I get? I think I knocked out the rest of the, well, some of the back-end stuff. We still have to do the settings page and stuff. Well, the very bare bones of the settings page anyway. Or the statistics page, I mean. But I knocked out that other test, which was the last kind of beefy back-end test. Fix the broken ones because of that change I made for everything having to be live. That's good. And which was the correct change to make. Oh yeah, I need to add one more test for the doing a live search where you're searching for streams that are live in a category and also raid capable. I just need to do one. I'm just going to do one, like permutation of that. I don't need to do like 20 of them. I just need one that's like, you know, combines one other filter with that filter. That's correct. Yeah. Because that goes through a different method altogether. That would be good. Hey, Rodev. What about use for programming? Right now, for the Glimish project stuff, it's Elixir, which is a modern offshoot of Erlang, is what they use. For my day job, I use Java. And obviously, you know, I'm a full stack developer, so I use like, you know, JavaScript and HTML and SQL for the back end database stuff, you know, those kinds of things. But those are two major languages that I use on a daily basis. So, yep. Thank you for the follow as well. I finally have added sound alerts for follows and stuff. I haven't had them on forever. You've never seen the file extension EX in files? Yeah, this is Elixir. Yep. So that's what the Elixir modules end in. And then the tests are in EXS. And then they're like HTML stuff. There's a couple different ones. This is HTML, but it's HEX, which is a modified they call it hex. It's more like you have HTML in here, but you can also have like things like this where it can read some of the tags and make sure that it'll write the tag for you, kind of sort of thing. Yeah. You need to watch English streams to practice your pronunciation. Yeah. Well, I'm not necessarily the most I was born and raised in Philly, so my accent is more of a mushmouth accent than anything else. So I don't necessarily pronounce things in a way that are easy to hear or follow. So just fair warning there. My English is about as mushy as it can get. Yeah, so we got that. So yeah, I have to do some more tests on this. I can't believe this was a bug for so long. But I guess it hurt them the one time and then never hurt again, but now it's going to probably come back to bite them. The Twitter changing to a paid API. Okay. Yeah, so I've got that committed. I think that'll do it for me for today. Just because I have a lot more tests to do, but it's my brain is all over the place right now. Yeah, status. So I don't have. Do I still have the server running? I do. Put that down. Let's close this out. And I'll shut down the database. And I think we're good there. Close this out. Yeah, so we're good for right now. That will do it. That will do it for me for today, my friends. And that'll do it for my streaming week. I'm taking the new schedule is I'm taking Sundays off in addition to Mondays. So I just kind of need the extra day right now just to kind of relax a little bit. Getting a little burned out. So yeah, that'll complete my streaming week. Next week, the usual schedule. It'll be Tuesday and Wednesday nights. We'll be back in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, trying to get through the story mode stuff, and trying my best to try to get through the story of that. And then Thursday night we'll be back with Recore. Really enjoying that game. And Friday night, and then Saturday afternoons like this will be more coding. Hopefully by next Friday night I'll have maybe off camera here a lot of these tests already done. Maybe we'll see. And we'll see where we go from there. So that is the story as I know it right now, my friends. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Hope everyone has an excellent morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on what it is for you. And I hope to see you back here again in the future for some more stuff, whatever happens to suit your fancy. Until then, see you, bye.
Who are you, and how did you get in here?
I'm the locksmith. And I'm the locksmith.